Good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you all back to Agile Network India's January events. And now we have a Mumbai chapter event by Agile Network India about future trends of leadership by Madhav Bhadra, who is CEO of AQM Technologies Private Limited. And before moving on to this session, I would like to thank our founding sponsor, Innovation Roots, which is a leading consulting and training service provider and helping organizations to achieve business agility and beyond. And I would like to thank Gile, which is a product offering from Tata Consultancy Service Private Limited, to sponsor Agile Network India. And it is a purely cloud-based enterprise agile planning tool along with DevOps capabilities. And you can find out details at Agile Network India website. And now moving forward, I would like to call upon Amog to facilitate this event with Madhav. So over to you, Amog.
Thank you, Nupur, and good afternoon, everyone, for joining this on Saturday afternoon on the behalf of Agile Network India. I'm welcoming all, and with me, Madhav Bhadra is a AQM Technology CEO. Will be covering today's exciting topic of future trends of leadership. So, over to you, Madhav.
Okay, thank you. So I am a professionally chartered accountant and certified information system auditor. We as a group, three of our founder members, we started this company almost 20 years back. AQM is around 900 plus size of consultants, and we are digital testing and information security specialist. I appreciate Agile Network India to choose certain topics related to future of leadership, because generally we talk about leadership in more abstract and conceptual terms, but the situation has given us an opportunity to actually see certain volatile situations in last 1 year, and my attempt will be to speak about how we handled these situations and how we are seeing our future under the new normal that they call, right? So far as leadership is concerned, leadership is a natural phenomena. Every species in nature requires a leader. You may be leading a peaceful subject, or you may be protecting your subject. You may be leading it from the back, like leads from the back, or you may be leading from the front. Every species in nature has leadership already in. The benefit, they have set rules and stable environment. They know what subject they are leading. They know what are the rules. Their subject also knows what are. But that is not the case when it comes to human leadership. If we have to lead a group which has varied subjects and varied rules, then you cannot apply something which we learn from the nature directly into the leadership principle. It needs to apply or lead the team more contextually. One need to know subjects he is leading. At the same time, there cannot be one standard yardstick or one standard rule for leading a group. And a blind leader or blindfolded leader, we all know where it can lead to the group. IT organization can come down to bite the dust with blindfolded leader, or even can be brought to shame if the leader is blindfolded. We all know what would be the result. A group which is led by blindfolded leader. So we have to apply contextual rules, contextual measurements for leading a group. As I told you, the world which we are living in is not stable. It's not run by a predictable rules. It is volatile. The world which we have to lead as human can be defined into 4 words: volatile, unpredictable, complex, and ambiguous. So human has to lead VUCA world. Like diamond cuts diamond, a VUCA will be needed for leading team under VUCA environment. Is vision, understanding, clarity, and agility will help us in leading volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environment. What I have done is I have divided my session into 4 stages: pre-pandemic stage, pandemic stage, post-pandemic stage, and future. Section I have divided into 3 subsections. In pre-pandemic, what are the scenarios that we encountered? Section 2 describes about how we reacted to that situation. And section 3 describes as to what benefits or outcome that we achieved. Is it okay now? I think some of the participants are saying I am breaking. So is it okay now?
Yeah, voice is good. Voice is
Thanks.
good.
Yeah, thanks, Bala. So what I have done is I could have adopted an approach of talking about leadership principles and what one should do as a leader and all. So instead of keeping it at a preachy level, I thought of covering real scenario that we have seen in our immediate past and maybe what we will be seeing down the line. So let me cover one by one. What I have done is I have covered only entire session in 4 slides and left things for open questions. During pre-pandemic stage, that is somewhere between last 16th of March to 21st of March, I would say, or 25th of March for that matter. So situation was that there was a denial that it will reach to us. In pre-pandemic stage, we all were getting hints that the situation is not good and things can go out of hand anytime. But started almost somewhere in November, December. Almost 3 months we had to prepare for it. Continuous denial that okay, it will not reach to us. It's not about our organization, it was worldwide. Everyone believed like that. there was no experience or model for work from home for a very large continuous basis. We did have some work from home facilities for senior members, but that was largely on their laptop, and they would update the to office once in a week or once in 15 days. They would do work from home, but there was no model for continuous work from home, and there was no even experience with us. Most of the people in Mumbai, and there was a huge fear of staying in the city. The orders which customers had given us for entire year or maybe multi-year, we were having doubts about. Under that situation, how we reacted. So we reacted at least 10 days before lockdown strike. We prepared ourselves almost a week before the lockdown strike. We started moving our people around a week before the lockdown strike, then started experimenting work from home almost week to 10 days before that. Our customer to assess whether the order is going to sustain or it is going to die once the situation comes to 100% lockdown. So constant was activity that the team in one was focusing on BCP, focusing on customer connect, the entire game, right? In terms of measurable outcome, what we achieved is that we were ready with 90% of employee work from home before the lockdown actually struck. 100% trainee staff. So what happens is we have a lot of trainee staff which comes from outside Mumbai, and from 21st onwards the travel was also banned by government. 22nd onwards trains and everything was stopped. So what we did is almost 5 days before actually lockdown happened, most of our trainees, we made sure they reach home. So made 100% trainee staff go back to home and stay at home. So one of the major achievement of our HR team, because if people are staying back here in Mumbai and especially for those trainees who have just passed out of colleges and mostly they stay in the PG rents. So the fear of family, fear of their own self, everything accumulates. So to reach home before actually lockdown strike. And as a measurement, lockdown our office 2 days prior to actual lockdown started. So we were ready and out of our office on 19th Friday. So on Friday evening we were out. On Saturday and Sunday, couple of they experimented with 1 day lockdown, and from so our team and the foresight of visibility about what out. We studied how it happened in other countries, and instead of waiting here that government is saying 33% work from office, nothing doing. We started preparing for 100% work from home. The moment we started realizing that this 50% or 33% is not going to sustain. Then during pandemic, what we did is during pandemic, the uncertainties. So situation changed. A lot of orders obviously started giving us hint that though the original order was for entire year, but because of pandemic, the orders duration was reduced, and the customer started giving visibility of only 1 month, 2 months at a time. Employee also started getting anxious. And work from home, originally people thought that work from home is going to balance between I mean people started celebrating initially that they are able to work from home and they will have a work life balance, but soon they realized that work from home is giving more pressure. The work start from 8 o'clock in the morning and keep going on till 11 o'clock in the night, whereas when they were in working from home, even after working for longer hours, the productivity issue cropped up. Because like here, myself and Nupur were trying almost during the session about connectivity and presentation sharing. And even now, my slide, a couple of bullet points are not visible to all of you. So these technology issues, the connectivity issues, the infrastructural issues, which are inherent and none, like they're not, you cannot as an organization solve it. It's a public infrastructure. So productivity reduced, number of working hours increased. And obviously we were very much concerned about the data security, because most of the testing that we do that happens on customers infrastructure and that happens on a customer's data, so sensitive to the security aspects of the data. How we try to handle is we remain, like we said, in pre-pandemic. During pandemic, our touch points, fortunately, because we did not have to travel and we could touch base the customer through technology much more frequently and faster, right? So our touch with the customer or the frequency or so FaceTime on Zoom calls and video calls increased than what we used to have before pandemic. We also did price adjustments in our so as to make the order sustainable. We had a choice to cut on the staff, but instead of cutting on the staff, what we did is we did profit adjustments. Liquidity management was very important, because if we run short of cash during pandemic, it is going to be so liquidity very tightly. Our HR started one initiative, My Story Station. So what happens is this pandemic gave a lot of experiences to the people, and we didn't want to lose out on the experiences that people learned during pandemic or during the pandemic period. So we started one HR initiative where people can tell their story. Started publishing these stories on our social media page. So started initiative warriors. Facing disturbance. Amok?
Yeah,
Amok?
yeah, Madhav. Yeah,
Am
Madhav.
I audible? Yeah, am I audible
Yeah,
constantly?
yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you are
No,
audible, but in some time I'm not able to hear you, but it is quite good, Madhav.
somebody wrote that. Okay. To other initiatives, Corona Warriors. We Care is a voluntary group. What we did is Corona Warriors is the uh, initiative by HR where if this two initiative put together are for managing infection amongst employees. So what we did is we created a voluntary group which was backed by a doctor. These Corona Warriors, they create voluntary get infection. We can extend all the help. Initially, when infection happened, at that time, at that time, what happened? People were scared. Treatment was unknown, and were given in isolated. I mean, home quarantine started little late. So even during home quarantine, people were not, entire family were not allowed to go out. And how do they manage their daily needs? So our Corona Warriors and We Care put together created a voluntary team to help this infection. And these two initiatives created a lot of positive environment and positivity in our organization. The results that we achieved during this particular period. So like situation, how we manage and quantifiable rebate scheme, we started giving quantifiable rebate to our customers. So if they continue the order for the period that they had committed before actually lockdown started, so we said that we will give you the name of the rebate. We retained almost entire staff. We retained entire bench under my story. Their engagement from the home. The star rating went up from during the lockdown, and we managed infections. That is, we managed around 20 infections. Definitely, we lost two and who had gone by during the corona. One of the thing which I have listed, which is not visible on your screen, is that we did not touch salaries. Though the team was ready, our entire team shown a readiness for the salary cut, but we did not touch the salary. Instead, we reduced our profitability. I said profitability adjustment by 3%, and the during pandemic. In post pandemic, is the situation, work from home started creating huge stress. Social and family stress has reached to a peak. The connectivity is still an issue. Like you are not able to, all of you are not able to hear me, even yes line. So something which is very unique to our country, our cities. Shortage of fresh productivity talent. This is one of the major issue that we all is facing. So what happened is the period of pandemic, people stopped training. Did not an entire industry retained the bench. Most of them retained onboarded the fresh talent. Last entire year went without training freshers. And now this has resulted from October onwards, when the industry that time there is a huge shortage of fresh talent, because nobody in the market has trained. Traveling is still a big nightmare, and decision matrix broken down, not in our organization but almost everywhere. I am hearing that decision matrix, so to take decision, or they need too much of support from the seniors to take decisions. So decision matrix has How we are handling it is we have built a core team for next growth phase at lesser cost. Okay, so what happened is at fresh talent level there is a shortage, but at experienced talent level there is a sufficient, I think I can say more than sufficient supply available in the market and at very affordable cost. So what we did is we start phase of expansion. So we have recruited at least 8 to 10 senior people to create a jump. Now we are working on a mixed model of work. So once, like they are saying that from Monday onwards, the city will start operating normally. Thinking that once travel starts, even after that, we will continue working from home and working from. For outstation candidates, we are now offering permanent work. We can reach out to the talent in hinterland and far-fetched cities. Hiring fresh talent, very large numbers has already started in our organization. Outcome of our actions that we got is we have team acquisition cost by almost 10%. Our currently adopted 10 ratio of work from home and work from office, where 90% is work from home and 10% is work from office, which we intend to reach 50-50% once the transportation starts. But this 50-50 we will continue for a long time. Reduction in cost and increase in talent retention. The benefit of that is yet to realize. Rebuilding decision structure and empowering team to lead the future. This is something which is going on. All trainings related to team empowerments and team decision trainings are going on. Liquidity management is, like I told you in the beginning, we always kept focus on liquidity. So liquidity management has helped us a lot. And now we have sufficient liquidity for internal resources for next phase growth. There is one more point which I have written, which is not visible on your screen, that we have in the pandemic, we have launched one software which is called BotM. BotM is an automated mobile application testing software. So it's completely designed, developed, and launched in pandemic period. So even the R&D team, first team to face the burnt of any uncertainties. Yeah, I will, though the questions are coming, I will answer the questions together once the slides are coming. Yeah, so uh, generally R&D and cost centers are those teams which takes the first burnt of the uncertain situation. However, we continued spending on R&D during the pandemic also, and that helped us in creating one wonderful product, BotM, and which we have already launched now. How we see future for us. So, sir, some analysis of future situations and how we are going to handle that, and what are the plans that we have. Talent shortage, since it is one full year of gap, will continue for entire year. Will be the basic skill expectation from everybody. It cannot be now said that automation engineers will be separate and manual testing would be expected to know the automation. Productivity will still remain a challenge. International travel throughout the year. because some or other mutation is going to haunt us for entire year till the time we are with minimal infections. The economic risk, all feel that economy is safe and rebounding, but when you do a deep analysis, you will, what we are living at the moment is on liquidity injections which are given to and RBI. So NPA and focus on non-compliance. The regulatories are not very stringent about non-compliances. So this extensions, non-compliance, and injected liquidity slowly will start emerging, and the risk in the economy will start appearing. Though we are bashing China and a lot of products we have stopped importing, but if you look at electronic items, inflation in electronic items, copper, steel, these things have started already rising. The metals have gone up. So as we stop further products from China, the cost of production is going to go, inflation will go up. Nobody can negate that we are on very high risk of war. Though news is not covering everything, but we are at very sensitive situation. So far as that breaks out, we will be entering into another VUCA environment almost. During the entire year is integrating new employees. This culture of work from home and creating a detachment in the new employees. When earlier new employee used to join, around people, he will meet people, he will talk to somebody, he will find somebody. These all things, because of work from home, is going to be difficult, because people, only couple of people are getting connected when he's joining, and then after that 1,000+ members of the organizations, or he may not, he takes time to realize that okay, he is now part of this organization. Fear and sensitization will be top concerns. So like in my current assessment also, you can see that fear of risk of economy, fear of, not only at management level but at employee level also, constant fear will continue for a year, and liquidity and cash will remain the top concern. What we are doing is creating our own education courses instead of relying on third party supplier. So earlier we used to see and buy high volume from the third party suppliers, but now we have created our own education courses or training courses, with which we will be hiring directly fresh talent from the colleges and training ourselves. Full stack testing has been taken at as a policy level change in our organization. So our people will be at the moment we have around 30% staff which can be said full stack testers, which we are intending to increase further. Investment in better infrastructure and productivity and security compliance, right, is something which we will be implementing into agile and mobile in order to meet any burst. Agile for any kind of future uncertainties. We are exploring, as I told you, permanent work from home, and we are also exploring to certain extent a situation where work from home can be shifted from off to lead time. So portfolio adopted, right, and systems are getting created where employees will be integrated into organizational culture with different means, so that they don't feel aloof Obviously, we have focused on cash-oriented orders rather than growth-oriented orders with less profitability. More cash and more profit is something which I am sure will be required down the line for at least one more year, where liquidity and uncertain. And coaching is one of the major thing which will be required during next entire year, where people needs to be constantly coached as to how to bring the discipline benefit during this pandemic period. Very disciplined, where I have seen situations meeting at particular people don't turn up for start Indian Standard Time, where everything little late. Right now, if you look at situation, up, the same people are not turning up late, unpredictable. You can that situation. People are discipline. We are trying to bring. So once we are back, we want to incorporate benefits that we foresee. We have 20% staff with full stack consultant at the moment. Developing BCP model with 0-day time lapse for switching between work. The product 3 products by now. Bottom is the latest one which we have launched. In fact, Bottom is available to all the members of Agile as a community license. People can just subscribe, start using it. It is freely available. Increase R&D spend. We have increased the R&D spend. It is now up to almost 2.5% of our turnover. Leadership bandwidth, as I told you, have been increased, and we have for our next growth jump. We want to adapt the collaborative leadership. So is through collaborative leadership, where a full bandwidth or full band of leaders are available to lead towards the success. We want to develop a sensitive leadership for future, where people are aware of the pains and stakeholders face. And we want to create a sensitive leadership to deliver our brand promise. So happy testing is creating happiness for all the stakeholder through testing. Promise. I am available to any questions now, and later on you can reach me on my email ID. To highlight one more, you can claim your license of Bottom by writing an email on info, and the free license is available for all the members. Yeah, Amok.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madhav. Was such an inspiring session, and it is really good to see the initiative which you have taken in the during pandemic, and which has helped to the employees also, and for overall organization of the AQM. So now we have received some questions. One is from Vipul, who'd like to know how would you like to identify the 50% work from home, work from office culture.
Amog, I lost your voice. If you can repeat the question.
No, yeah, so there is a question from Vipul, who'd
Yeah.
like to know how would you identify which 50% of the associates who do work from office.
So obviously the importance will be given to the need of the job, but we are at the moment targeting where so where the employees are having infrastructure at home as well as in office, and the employees which are not delivering the services client side for delivering the services, first they will be kept in work from home situation, and those who are required to be in office but they can also handle the work from home. So the benefit of office, we will in terms of IC level, but yes, implementation business needs and company and according. But if I most all ways for the upcoming year as well.
Okay. See, little bit voice was cracking. Actually, I was not able to hear you a little bit.
Okay. I said,
Yeah, there was some. Yeah.
yeah, I said 50% identification. So it is, I said, we will be doing, we will be extending. However, the customer needs, the job needs will be taken into first priority. If people are required in office or to be serviced, they will be in office.
Okay.
Whether they are needed or not, certain percentage of work from home will continue for all the employees throughout the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty clear. Yeah. So I think we do have a second question from RC Goel, who would like to know how data security is managed from work from home employees far away places.
Okay. So see, we are ISO certified organization, and we also have a complete BCP plan in place along with security required for work from home. So there are certain technologies which we have implemented where the data security is taken care of by implementing those policies on the home to employees while or while connectivity, and see to it that those and regular ensures that uh, very different implement is if screens are copied on a picture or something, like if the screen, if you take a mobile picture of that screen, that is the physical security violence that at the moment no, but otherwise of virtual uh, ensure the data. Yeah, Mog.
Yeah. I think these are the only two questions we do have. I do have one question.
Yeah.
What is your secret sauce? From as a leadership, what are the one or two principles which you can discover? That can contribute to the organization success. We have still 2 minutes, so I thought I should also ask one question. So this is a question from my side, Madhav, to you.
All right. So one principle I have always implemented is about normal leadership scenario. It is always said that you need to have a new team for the growth, whereas we always believed that you don't need new team, you need new talent and new methods to grow in future. So also take you there is our mantra. Like under normal leadership principle, they will say that whoever bought, you need a new team. Experimented, we have success. You here will also take you there. What you need to do is you need to just be alert about upgrading their skills, right? And second thing about our organization is that we have a collaborative leadership model where the leadership is not everybody, divisional head, the HR head, everybody put together. So we have created a leadership bandwidth, and entire leadership bandwidth helps in running the organization. So we principally believe that organization enterprise collaborative leadership bandwidth instead of one person.
Good. So I think we are now getting another question that I think in the interest of time, this is the last question we'll be taking, because then the last question is for you, Madhav, is from Prashant. How did your employees responded to this challenging situation?
Responded to,
This challenging situation.
I would say that during pandemic, right? We were given, our employee had faith in a blind permission of doing whatever is needed for the organization to be done. Okay, and with that support of employees, in fact, we were actually in a position to, I told in my during presentation that we were in a position where our employees had told us that you can cut our salaries, but we rather continue. So that is one thing. Our employees were very cooperative and very supportive during the pandemic, and even now post pandemic period. I would say the initiatives that we care, right, that helped our people to morally face this pandemic. When whoever was catching or infection, the support that our team extended was exemplary. Some of the people were running around for organizing hospital beds. We also had equipment, other equipments. So anybody getting infection was given the primary care immediately, and this actually helped a lot. I can tell you couple of examples so inspiring. Like one of our office boy, whom we used to just like treat as an office boy, and he used to work all the days. But when pandemic started, there was one person needed physically to secure the premise from fire or force in situations. And I mean, under the and all the lockdown related hassles, he used to reach office every day 9 o'clock throughout entire year, and he kept us alive, and he kept our infrastructure on for entire lockdown. People were very supportive, I would say.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So I think we are coming to the end of the session. Thank you very much, Madhav, for such a good thoughts and such a good initiative you have taken. Considering the employees' health is also very much important during the pandemic, and it is good to hear. So I think I would like to
Thank you.
thank on the behalf of Agile Network India for joining this today's session. So Nupur, would you like to conclude? I think this is the last session we are having from the Agile Network India, if I'm not wrong.
Right. So thank you so much, Amol, for the wonderful facilitation, and thank you, Madhav, for joining us for this session. And thanks to everybody who has joined us from the beginning of the day and stayed with us till the last event for the day. We have amazing events lined up for tomorrow as well. So we look forward to host you all tomorrow. And once again, thank you very much to everybody and have a good day.
Thank you very much.